40,000 civilians deported from Mariupol. City mayor. We have previously reported Ukrainian claims accusing Russia of relocating thousands of civilians from Mariupol, the port city devastated by shelling. Speaking on Monday, the mayor of Mariupol said about 40,000 civilians from the city had been forcibly deported to Russia or Russian-controlled regions of Ukraine. Speaking on Ukrainian television, Vadim Dwechenko said the numbers had been verified through the municipal register. It was not possible to independently confirm the figures, and Russia has denied targeting civilians. The BBC's Anna Foster in Kyiv says the forced deportations have been mentioned before and were very difficult to verify. More than 400,000 people lived in Mariupol before the invasion, and at least 140,000 managed to escape from the city. Donbas. Donbas tourist town braces for onslaught. In a picturesque resort town on the northern edge of Ukraine's Donbas region, people can hear the shelling coming closer. The Russians are just 5 miles to the north. Sviatohorsk was once a staple of the tourist trail, but now it is just another place in the Donbas where people flee the fighting. Most of its permanent residents have themselves fled, fearing the war will not stop its ruthless advance here. Just to the north is the city of Izium, where there is already fierce fighting. The residents who had fled Izium told us they had been bombed day and night, and been without running water and electricity for weeks. But some have remained. These are people who are tired, hungry, and scared, too scared sometimes to apportion any blame on Russia. I will not talk about it, one woman tells me, because we still have to go home. Pentagon. Mariupol is holding out. Pentagon spokesman John Kirby has said that Mariupol has not fallen despite pounding from Russia. We have continued to see the concentration of their Russian airstrikes and artillery in the Donbas, and in the south, particularly around and in Mariupol, Kirby said. The Ukrainians are resisting, he said, despite increasingly aggressive action by Russia. Russians are doing what we call shaping, Kirby said, meaning they are setting conditions for larger and more overt attacks in Ukraine's east. Kirby also discussed how American soldiers would soon be training members of the Ukrainian military on how to use howitzers, artillery weapons provided by the U.S. The weapons are part of an $800 M614 military package from the U.S. to Ukraine. It includes artillery systems, artillery rounds, and unmanned coastal defense boats. Among Monday's other developments, Russia responded to footage posted online that appeared to show damage to its Moskva warship before the vessel sank. The Kremlin said it couldn't comment on the image's authenticity. Ukraine returned a questionnaire to the European Union as it bids to gain candidate status to join the bloc. A senior U.S. official was quoted saying the American military expects to start training Ukrainians to use howitzer artillery in the coming days. 8 more civilian deaths were reported in the Donbas, on top of 9 counted elsewhere in the north and west of the country. Biden will not visit Kyiv, White House. There are no plans for U.S. President Joe Biden to visit the Ukrainian capital, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said in a briefing on Monday. There's no plans for the president to go. Let me just reiterate that, Psaki told reporters. The White House has said it wants to send a high-ranking official instead, perhaps Secretary of State Antony Blinken or Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. In an interview with CNN which aired on Sunday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he thought Biden would travel to Kyiv. It's his decision, of course, and about the safety situation it depends, Zelensky said, but I think he's the leader of the United States, and that's why he should come here to see. Psaki also said that the U.S. hoped to reopen the U.S. Embassy in Kyiv, though she did not provide a timeline. That certainly is our objective, she said. Obviously, having a diplomatic presence on the ground is important. Biden will not visit Kyiv. What we're covering. Ukraine said Russian forces have regrouped troops to launch an offensive in the east, while a video posted by the Azov battalion shows Ukrainian forces in Mariupol ambushing a Russian military convoy. Russian forces have started the battle for Donbas, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in a video address on Monday. Russia bombarded cities across Ukraine on Monday with at least 4 missile strikes reported in the western city of Lvov, and at least 7 people killed. Ukraine's defense ministry says Russian forces have completed the regrouping of troops to launch an offensive in the east. Control of Kremenna, a town in the eastern Luhansk region, has been lost during heavy fighting, a Ukrainian official said. Meanwhile, Ukrainian forces are continuing to resist Russian attacks in the southeastern port city of Mariupol after rejecting a deadline to surrender. Having connection issues. Bookmark CNN's light site for fast connectivity. What we're